Let's give it up for Shannon Corbeil, folks. Shannon Corbeil.
All right, Shannon.
Go, Shannon.
It's avocado. This is a story for anyone who's ever known the love of an animal. When I first brought Artemis home, she was this tiny, scrawny little black kitten. And we went to bed that night and she curled up in my neck and started kneading me with her little razor claws. And I thought, oh, she misses her mom, her litter mates, who knows what's happened before she was rescued. I'll just let this happen for now and she'll grow out of it. But no, that's how she slept for 20 years. Just right here, purring against my cheek, nuzzled into my neck. In April of 2020, Artemis had started to reach kidney failure. And it was the beginning of the COVID pandemic and the lockdown. So we didn't have very many options and there was no way I was gonna sit in my car and hand her off to a vet. I knew that the last gift that I could give her was a gentle goodbye. So I made an appointment for at-home euthanasia. And at the time I was living with my younger sister, Forrest. And when the doctor arrived, I was able to hold Artemis and Forrest sat here with me holding her. And we were able to let her know how loved she was. He came, he did what we asked him to do, and just like that, he left and he took her body with him. It was the beginning of the pandemic, so there was no way to bury her, nowhere to do it, and no real way to say goodbye. And our apartment felt so empty without her and so lonely and just so sad. And so we decided to leave. Forrest moved in with her boyfriend and I packed up everything and drove to Idaho to stay with my parents. And that summer we said goodbye to 3 more senior pets. And it was just so many months of heartbreak and I was having trouble sleeping at night. I hadn't had to do that for 20 years and I was having nightmares. And in my mother's infinite wisdom, she submitted an application for me to adopt a puppy. And I spoke with the foster mom and still wasn't sure and was invited to come meet the puppy. And I thought, okay, well, I'll meet her. But this really isn't the right time. And my car was packed full of things. I was planning on driving it to my dad's house a couple of hours in the other direction. Anyone who has ever gone to just meet a puppy knows what happened next. As soon as I parked and stepped out of the car, the foster mom opened the door and this little white fluff toddled up to me in the grass. I picked her up and she nuzzled into my neck and I just started sobbing and knew that she had to come home with me. I texted my mom, like, I did something. I'm frantically trying to unpack clothes from this mesh duffel bag so that I can safely drive the puppy home. I have no plan. I have no puppy food. I have no puppy things. I couldn't drive away without her. And that is how I met Zell. And I was unprepared for life with a puppy, very different from having a senior citizen kitty. Zell brought so much energy and life back into my world. And she connected with me so quickly and wanted to be with me, wanted to learn from me, wanted to train, wanted to discover things. She's just got so much curiosity and so much energy. Puppies are kind of monsters, but they're also a promise. And as they grow up into a dog, into a companion, they become a promise kept. And she's been by my side. She's here now ever since, for the past year and a half. And I'm terrified all the time that something will happen to her. But I remember the last gift that Artemis gave me, which is the knowledge that our time together here is very short. So we should love each other as much as we can for as long as we can. Thank you.
All right, Shannon, good job.
Good job. Great job.